Hey guys, I was asked to explain a little bit more about how to tell fake Nutribullet from a real Nutribullet. So we're going to talk about that when I return on the Eric McNeil Be Free Show.
Black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics will be able to join hands and sing in the words of the old Negro spiritual, free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, we are free at last.
Hey guys, welcome back. You've discovered the Eric McNeil Be Free Show, where we discuss being financially independent, responsible for self, enjoying life, and empowering others. So I was asked on one of the comments on the video, the YouTube video that I made. I think we were talking about the Nutribullet I had mentioned, and I had mentioned about fake Nutribullets and how to determine a fake Nutribullet. So somebody asked me to explain in more detail about how can they determine whether a Nutribullet blender is fake or not. So on this episode, let's talk about that. And there's a lot of fake product that you're gonna find if you come to Ghana. I actually purchased a mobile phone, and turned out it was a fake. So maybe we'll do a future video on that as well. I had ended up giving the phone to one of my workers, and they used the phone. I mean, the phone works, it works, but it's a knockoff. You know, you can go on these websites and buy these clone phones, and you know, so at any rate, yeah, I got duped on that. So you can easily get duped here. So you know, you're gonna pay for an education. I tell people, you pay for an education one way or the other, but you're gonna pay for your education. So today, let's talk more about the Nutribullet. So this is an old Nutribullet that I have here, and like I said in one of the videos, that I fixed this thing, I don't know, at least 10 times. It just doesn't want to be fixed anymore. It's burning out. But this Nutribullet is probably one of the best blenders that I have actually owned. And I've been through a lot of blenders, but I love this Nutribullet, and I had it before I came to Ghana and imported it over here. So, and maybe I can see how you can easily get duped with these things, because they look so much like the originals that it's difficult to tell. So if you've never seen the original, then it would be difficult for you to tell that it was not authentic. So you really have to, unfortunately, you have to come here with a mind that everything I buy, I need to double check it. I need to check whether it's authentic or not. And especially when you're buying on like one of these marketplace websites that's similar to an eBay or an Amazon here, you know, and you have third-party sellers that are selling these items. Here we mostly use a website called Gigi. You might have heard me mention that, which is a place that you can, you know, if you're looking to relocate to Ghana and you want to check pricing on things, I would recommend you go to gg.com.gh. There's another one called Tonatone. I'll put the links up too on these websites. And Jumia is another one. So at any rate, I had a friend, and I was telling him, you know, he said, hey, yeah, I like that Nutribullet you got. I saw one for sale, you know, and I'm gonna buy one. And I said, man, those are fake, all of those. Like, you can't buy a Nutribullet at half the price, right? Not a brand new one. So that ought to tell you that if the original Nutribullet, you know, is double this amount. How can they sell it for half the price? They got to pay to have it imported into the country. And typically when you buy products over here, quality products, they usually end up costing double the price of what you would pay for these products in the US or the UK, right? Because they come over here, the person is paying not only to ship it, but the import duties. And by the time the person adds up the true cost, it's like double the price of what you'd expect to, what you can buy that same item for in the United States or in the UK, right? So when you have a product that you're paying half the price for and they're advertising that product as being brand new, that should be the first clue that this is a fake product. And if you want the fake product, it works, but it may not work as good as the real product. And from all of my investigation and research, the fake Nutribullets do not work as good as the real product. And also, it's been known that these cups, because they're made of inferior materials, that this thing, it's going very fast when it's spinning, so it's building up pressure in here. And so for the fake ones, these things are known to just burst open. So this stuff just shoots in your face. You sitting there, poof, right? So it's like somebody just threw a grenade in your face. So these things can be very dangerous. Now, on this one, and I was surprised that I was actually able to find a lot of these pieces because it's so old and I don't use it anymore. This one just refuses to be fixed, but I still had a lot of the pieces around. Like you see, the original Nutribullet that I purchased, it came with about 12 pieces. I couldn't find all of the pieces, but I found some. Like these cups, it comes with like maybe 2 or 3 cups. I think one is smaller than this. And you have these little pieces that you can put on here and screw on. So like this one is, you want to have, like a bottle to drink out of. You do, you screw that on. So real neat design. Then you have another one that you screw on, and this is probably more used for the shorter cup. There's a shorter cup that comes with this. And you screw it on, and something for you to drink out of, like that. If you have something maybe hot in there and you need a handle, then you use this. Very slick how they made it. And then they just have one that you just screw on. I guess if you just want to drink out of it and you don't need a handle, then you use this one, right? So and then you have the actual blade piece where you screw this in, and this is the piece that actually attaches to the blender. So you just pop that in the blender, and there's some little grooves, and you have to press it down and move it over so that it's in there, right? So now it's in the blender. So once you turn it on, you do your thing, take it out, and there you go. So now, once you have your smoothie or whatever, then you can just put your various tops on it like that. So very slick design. I love the design and the way in which it operates. I mean, your stuff is just smooth. It's very smooth. But with the fake versions, I heard that it's not as smooth because one of the things on the real Nutribullet, and here's one way in which you can tell if you're dealing with a real Nutribullet, is that these blades on this one, you have some blades that go up, then you have one going straight across, and then you have another one, let's see if you can see, that goes down, it goes down and then across. So it's like shoot, like that. On the fake ones, instead of going down and then horizontal, so it just goes down right? So you don't have that down and then horizontal movement like that positioning. It just goes straight kind of down diagonally like that. That's how the fake one looks. So essentially, if you're looking at this blade, you see how this top one just comes up. Well, just flip that over, and that's how the fake one, it just goes down like that. So that's one way in which you can tell you're dealing with a fake. And then another one is if you flip this over, you see how you have this piece, this rubber piece, and then you have that metal in there, like stainless steel. The fake one, you don't see this stainless steel in here. It's just all rubber. So the parts are inferior. So they're using inferior parts there, right? So that's how you can also tell. And many people may be thinking that, hey, they say, hey, this counterfeit is made in China. That stuff is cheap. Now, the true part about it is most of the stuff we use is made in China. Like this company, even though this is an American company that makes the Nutribullet, they still have it manufactured in China. But the difference is that they have it manufactured at a reputable manufacturing company in China that they've contracted with. So there's some certain rules that those, particular companies are abiding by. They're going based on what this company in the U.S. has instructed them. So even though they're manufacturing it, it's being manufactured to the company specification. Now, if you're just buying one of these Nutribullets that are fakes and knockoffs, they're not being manufactured based on any type of specification other than they're just trying to make it look like the original, but they're not. When it comes to quality control, they're not abiding by any of the quality control measurements that the actual company has put in place. And that's the difference, right? I can look at something and say, yeah, I can imitate that, but I'm just imitating it. I'm not abiding by those quality control measures that this company has in place. So you're getting, an inferior product. And a lot of the stuff just adds up to, that you have this piece inferior, that piece inferior, so at the end of the day, you're dealing with something that is not the real product. I don't care if it was manufactured right next door to the actual manufacturing plant. It doesn't matter. It wasn't manufactured by the actual manufacturing plant that these guys have contracted with, right? You get me? Another way in which you can tell that this guy is a fake, and this is probably the easiest way. Well, all of them easy. Once you know what to look for, it's all easy. But here you have on this, let's see, we can get up close. It says Nutribullet, but you also have the registered trademark circle there. You always see on the logo the little R in a circle. That means that it's a registered trademark. Now, when they're doing these knockoffs, right, they avoid putting that little registered trademark because then it becomes a legal issue for them, right? So they leave this off and just say, oh, it's Nutribullet, and we call ours, then they can escape the legality, the legal problems that they can run into. But once you start putting that R on there, then you can get into some serious legal problems. So if you look at your Nutribullet and it doesn't have the little R in the circle, then that's a fake. That's a fake. And even down here, it says Magic Bullet. Again, you see the little R, and I hope you can see that on camera. but very tiny, there's the little R in a circle, which telling you that this is a registered trademark. That's what that's telling you. And if it doesn't have that on there, you know that that's a fake. It's a fake. It's somebody's registered trademark. Let me grab something, because on this one it's a little, like I had spoke about the switch. I had to replace the switch on my pump that you've been hearing me talk about. They didn't have the brand that I purchased, but they had another brand. But you can see the little R on their logo, on their name, is larger, so you can see the R in the circle. That means their name is registered. It's a registered trademark. So when people selling products and you don't see that registered trademark, that's the first clue that this is a fake. It is not the real thing, okay? So you look for that registered trademark on there at all times. And also, as I'm looking at this one too, another thing that will clue you in is at the very bottom. This one is so old and dirty, you won't be able to see it, I'm sure. But underneath here you have writing. It's like, it tells you that this is a Nutribullet. Name is Nutribullet. On the fake one down here, it says blender. The name, it says blender. This one says Nutribullet. Alright, so it basically says that it's manufactured, or it says in China, and it's, I guess it has the name, like it says made in China. On the fake one, it won't even tell you, even though it's made in China. The fake one won't even tell you it's made in China. But it says made in China, and it has the name of the company that that actually make the Nutribullet, and they're out of Los Angeles, California. So it has their name down here. On the real one, you won't find that information. You won't find it. I mean, not on the real one, I'm sorry. This is the real one. On the fake one, you won't find that information, okay? You get it? But there's some other things in here that that I noticed, because especially since the guy tried to sell me that fake one, there were some other things that I noticed that it just didn't look as well built as the real one. Like when I look in here and I looked at that fake one, you can easily see that the real one was just much better quality. It's much better quality. When I look at the components in here and look at how it's put together, it's just much more solid. So anyway, so that's a few ways in which you can tell the fake from the real one. There are some more ways, but let's see. Oh yeah, here's another great way to tell. Is when you go and buy something, the first clue is that you should buy it in the original packaging. Get it in the original packaging. If it's supposed to be brand new, the original packaging should come with like instruction manuals. It should come with a warranty. If you don't have that stuff, that's a clue. It's a fake. Like in this, when I purchased this years ago, it came with all kind of neat stuff. You got like this hardcover book of recipes. The fake one's not going to have, they're not going to go through all the trouble of this type of printing. And even the fake one, even on the box, if you carefully examine the box that it comes in and you look at it close, you can see it looks like it was printed with some type of inferior color printing. Like the writing wasn't as crisp and clear. It's almost blurry. So you can tell it was just kind of printed on a box, like you would go to some third-party printing company and say, print me a box. But it wasn't this high quality stuff that you would expect these people to be putting out. So if you even look at the box, you can tell that this is not real. And then it doesn't come, the box, you know, it doesn't come with all of these type of things inside the box, like this recipe book. You know, and this is a hardcover book. I don't know if they still do this, but very high quality. And, you know, and it came with all these type of things. So you get all this material. And the number one piece of material, a warranty. There's a warranty card that came with this. And it's warranty registration. Get 3 months additional extended warranty by registering now at nutribullet.com//register, right? So this is part of the real one. You get it, and it even has a registration number on it, right? You fill out your name, your first name, last name, street address, blah, 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 email, date of purchase. Right, so a warranty registration card. Simple as that. Look for the warranty registration card. Right, that comes with the real one. The fake one, you're not gonna see this. You're not gonna have this material, okay? So yeah, that alerts you. You know, they have extra offers. Need an extra cup. Need an extra blade. You won't find this stuff with the fakes. They're not gonna be going through this type of printing. No, they're not going to be putting this stuff in there. Let's see, a quick start guide. Yeah, so you might find some type of quick start guide with the fake, but if you look at it closely, you look the fake stuff. It just looks like it's printed on some kind of home printer or something. But anyway, that's a few other ways. Yeah, you know, the material. You can look at the unit. How it's built. You look at the logo, whether it has that registration mark on it. You can tell whether these things are fake or not if you just do your due diligence. Don't be so anxious just because, hey, I'm getting a good price. You cannot buy the product for half the price, right? If the product is sold, let's say, I forget how much these things are, but let's say it's $200. Right? That's $200 is going to be over 1,000 Ghanaian cedis. So if you see this product being sold for 200 cedis, 400 cedis even, you have to ask yourself, and they're advertising this thing as being new. You have to ask yourself, how can you sell a product that is sold in America, an American product that's sold in America for the equivalent of over, 1,100 or 1,200 cities is the equivalent price of it in America. And then how can you get that product and you ship it all the way overseas? You have that expense, and then you have, once you import it into the country, there's a duty, the taxes and duties and import fees you have to pay. How can you add those prices onto the price of what you paid for it in America and you still charge 400 cities? That doesn't make sense. And you advertising it as brand new. It's not possible, my friend. That's not possible. Like I say, in order to get the real Nutribullet here, if it costs 1,000 Ghanaian cedis equivalent in America, by the time it gets here, it's going to be almost 2,000 Ghanaian cedis. Right? At the very least 1,500, but typically it's a good rule of thumb to just double. You say it costs 1,000 over there, it's going to cost 2,000 over here. Double it. That's what you're dealing with, right? So no, this is not. This is. You don't want to get caught with the 400 Ghana Cities Nutribullet thinking you have a real Nutribullet, because you don't. Simple as that. All right, so hopefully this information is helpful. Maybe on a future video, I'll talk about those fake phones that are just plentiful here Yeah, we get into a little more information on that on a future video sometime. So anyway, let me know, have you been duped with some of the fake products that are floating around here? Now, it's not just here. It's not just here. You go in the US, in the UK, and you order on Amazon or eBay, you can get stuck with the fake products. And typically the way they get you over there is you usually have a Chinese vendor that's pretending to be a US based vendor or a UK based vendor, and and they make you think they're working out of the US when in fact they're shipping the product directly from China. And they might tell you, oh, so you go on eBay and Amazon and order this product, and they tell you, oh, it may be 7 days to 30 days before it's delivered to you. Why, if you're in the US and you're trying to deliver to another US address, it shouldn't take that long. That's because they're shipping that product from China, and that's typically how they get you in the US, or when they're duping you. But for the most part, the people that are just selling each other products on like eBay, you can usually get the authentic product. So, but yeah, over here in Ghana, especially you just buying from somebody, they don't know it's not authentic. I mean, this is all they just have what they can get from China, right? They're not buying, bulk over from the US. So to them, it's authentic. It's authentic to them. So anyway, just thought I would share that with you today. If you haven't already done so, please do hit the subscribe button, and like, share, comment, and if you can always find me on Facebook at facebook.com/Eric McNeil. It's free. Shoot me a friend request, and let's keep the discussion going. And until the next time, as always, hoorah, ahuru. Now be free.